What are the pros and cons of living on a cul-de-sac? Generally speaking, cul-de-sac lots are the most expensive and the most desirable, but there are cons that a lot of people don't consider whenever they're making the decision. Let me get my mic here. This is our first time hanging out. My name's Josh Rogers. I'm a real estate agent in St. Johns County. My team and I help the most amount of families just like you, like people just like you, buy and build new construction here in St. Johns County. It's because we've been doing this for a long, long time. No one helps more than us. We have legitimate experience and we're looking out for you to make sure you don't have blind spots. So let's jump into it. The positives are easy. First and foremost, on a cul-de-sac, you have a lot less traffic. There's no through traffic. The people that are on the cul-de-sac largely should be just the homeowners that live on the cul-de-sac. Okay, so if you have a family, this like turns into more usable fun yard for basketball, roller skating, like anything, like hanging out in your front yard. That's why you hear the term cul-de-sac parties. So my number one regret buying my house, I wish I would have bought on a cul-de-sac, personally speaking. The second big benefit of cul-de-sac home sites is they have massive backyards. It's like a slice of pie or pizza. So the backyard fans out, and so you have a lot more space. See, this house is going to be built here. You have a lot more space between the houses on the sides, and the backyards are so wide that oftentimes you can't see the home to the right or left of you. So large backyards, a lot of space between the homes, which means more privacy, more peace. Cul-de-sac lots, more room for parking, for street parking. So if that's important to you, especially as families get bigger, that could be a really valuable thing to consider. Now let's jump into the cons that people don't generally consider. One of the cons, here's my truck. When anybody pulls into the cul-de-sac, whether it be neighbors or just people driving around, from this house over at night is going to get the headlights flashing all the houses as it turns and goes. So if you say, Josh, in a perfect world, which lot on a cul-de-sac is the best? My opinion would be like right there. You're not gonna get any street lights flashing you. All the cars are gonna cruise through here and go around and park or pull around or whatever. The other downside of cul-de-sac home sites is a teeny tiny front yard because they're pie-shaped. Now, where you do have a wonderful big backyard, slice of pizza, the front yard is small. And then this is also the downside. Because the front yard is so small, it generally means a smaller driveway. It could be the length of the driveways differ, but the width will be smaller because they just simply don't have enough to work with. Now you could counteract that because you may have a little bit more options to park in the cul-de-sac on the sides, but generally speaking, the front yard is going to be small and the driveway itself is going to be narrow. What other downside? Maybe the utilities are closer together. I don't know that that's a huge deal if that affects you. Oh, this is important. The fact that the front of the yard is narrower means the home itself has to be set further back on the lot because of setback reasons. They have to be so many feet from the property line. So since it's a slice of pizza, it pushes the home itself back, which means you may lose backyard space. So on some cul-de-sac home sites, the houses are so far back that they lose the backyard and they're not able to put in a pool. So if a pool is important to you, make sure you get a home site on a cul-de-sac that's incredibly deep, that's going to give you enough room since the footprint of the home is going to be further back. So I hope that that helped give you some perspectives and some things to chew on and think about. If you haven't gone to stjohnsvip.com, that's a completely free resource. There's video series in there that's not on YouTube along the lines of the top 5 regrets most families make through buying new construction and how to avoid it. So you'll go there, you'll get a closing cost cheat sheet, you'll get negotiating tips on how to get the best deal with builders. You also get a tips series training on how to sell your home fast for the most amount of money. It's a great resource. We have families getting that every single day, so be sure you don't get left out. Go to stjohnsvip.com. And as always, as you have questions, just send them over to a text. We help families like you every single day. Cannot wait to connect with you and help you through the process. See you in the next video.